evening to all of you. I hope all of you gave your best attempt. Let me discuss some questions of Indian polity. First, I'll take this question, which is question number 13, and the question says, statement number 1. You have to find the right statement, the correct statement. The bill amending the constitution. The bill amending the constitution requires the prior recommendation of the president. Matlab, for a constitutional amendment bill, before you introduce that, you have to have the recommendation of the president. Now, this is quite surprising for many people because this is not correct. For constitutional amendment bill, there is no provision that President of India has to give recommendation and then only it can be introduced. बाकी मनी बिल के केस में है और कुछ और बिल है जहां पर ये प्रोविजन लगता है, but not in the case of constitutional amendment bill. तो ये गलत हुआ. Then when a constitution bill is presented to the President of India, it is obligatory for the President to give his assent. मतलब when there is a bill to amend the constitution and that has been passed by Parliament, तो President of India has to give his assent. He has to give his approval. ये उनके लिए जरूरी है कि वो अपनी assent दें, approval दें. ये provision add कर दिया गया था constitution में under article 368 by 24th Amendment Act 1971. So this is correct because if there is a constitutional amendment bill and it goes to the President of India, he has no choice but he has to give his assent. And this has been mentioned in the Constitution of India, Article 368. Statement number 3. The constitutional amendment bill must be passed by both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha by special majority. And there is no provision of joint sitting. देखिए joint sitting deadlock के केस में लगता है. I mean, you have a joint sitting when the houses are not agreeing to pass the bill, and there are certain situations which we call as deadlock. Deadlock को break करने के लिए we go for joint sitting. But in case of a constitutional bill, if Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, either of the house, they are not agreeing to the bill, then the bill comes to an end. वहां पर joint sitting का कोई provision है ही नहीं. So यहाँ पर जो बात लिखी है बिल्कुल सही लिखी है. There is no provision for joint sitting when it is a case of a constitutional bill. दूसरी बात, when you pass a bill related to Article 368, then the majority required in both the houses, Lok Sabha as well as in Rajya Sabha, is a special majority, which is 2/3 of the members present and voting, and of course the majority of the membership of the house. So ये statement भी सही है क्योंकि जो majority चाहिए होती है वो चाहिए होती है special majority. और अगर deadlock हो गया तो उसमें joint sitting का कोई provision नहीं है. So here the answer is statement number 2 and statement number 3, they are correct. So this is the right answer, B. First is wrong. Now the second question, the Constitution of India classifies the ministers into 4 ranks: Cabinet Minister, Minister of State with independent charge, Minister of State and Deputy Minister. देखिए यहाँ पर जिसने hint छोड़ा है वो ये छोड़ा है the Constitution of India. मतलब वो कह रहा है कि अगर मिनिस्टर्स को हम क्लासिफाई करते हैं, if we categorize the ministers in these categories, cabinet minister, minister of state या deputy minister, then Constitution of India is giving this classification. Let me tell you, Constitution में कहीं ऐसा classification नहीं है. इन ministers का जिक्र भी नहीं है. They don't discuss MOS or they don't discuss deputy minister or, but yes, the word cabinet has been mentioned, but then such a categorization of minister is not given. ये Constitution में नहीं है. By convention we have this division. एक convention है जिससे हम division करते हैं that ministers can be divided into this group, this group, this group. But संविधान में ऐसा कोई provision नहीं है. तो ये statement हो जाती है गलत. Second, this is quite a direct statement. अगर आपने Article 75 Clause 1A पढ़ा है, this is mentioned in the Constitution as it is. ये लाइन संविधान में as it is mention करी गई है. बस सवाल ये है, इसके लिए आपको पूरा Constitution पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं. You have not to read the whole Constitution randomly. When we teach in the class, we discuss these kind of issues. This was added by 91st Amendment Act 2003. So such issues are discussed in the class. अगर आप देखें पॉलिटी के जो भी क्वेश्चन आए हैं, अगर आपने क्लास नोट्स ठीक से पढ़े हैं या क्लास में आप अटेंटिव थे, तो आप इजीली उनको आंसर कर सकते हैं, all of them. So the first statement is wrong, second is correct, and thus the answer is B in this question. It is. Okay. Question number 3. Which of the following is or are the exclusive powers of Lok Sabha? इसमें से कौन सी पावर है जो सिर्फ लोकसभा के पास है, राज्यसभा के पास नहीं है? द पावर टू रेटिफाई द डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ इमरजेंसी, मतलब इमरजेंसी इंपोज करी गई है, पार्लियामेंट को उसको पास करना है. इमरजेंसी हैज बीन imposed and parliament has to approve it, means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now let me tell you, when emergency has been imposed, both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, they have to separately pass the proposal of emergency. It's not the exclusive power of Lok Sabha. ये लोक सभा की exclusive power नहीं है. उसने पूछा है वो पावर जो सिर्फ लोकसभा की है, राज्यसभा के पास वो पावर नहीं है. Now when you have to approve the emergency, then this is done by Lok Sabha as well as by Rajya Sabha. तो ये लोकसभा की exclusive power नहीं है. So this statement is wrong. Second, to pass a motion of no confidence against the Council of Ministers. देखिए, this statement is correct. This power lies only with Lok Sabha, not with Rajya Sabha. No confidence motion is introduced and passed only in Lok Sabha, not in Rajya Sabha, because we are following what? We are following parliamentary system of government. And parliamentary system of government का मतलब ये है, the Council of Minister is in power till the time they enjoy the confidence of the popular house. Popular house कौन सा है? लोक सभा. तो confidence, no confidence motion is passed against the government only in Lok Sabha, not in Rajya Sabha. तो only आ गया, तो ये exclusive power हुई किसकी? लोक सभा की. And then to impeach the President of India, the motion to impeach the President of India is to be passed both by Lok Sabha as well as in Rajya Sabha. So this is not the exclusive power of Lok Sabha. तो ये option भी है गलत. Only option number 2 is correct, and thus the answer is B. Okay. Now the next question, with respect to anti-defection law, with reference to anti-defection law in India, consider the following statement. देखिए, anti-defection law has been discussed quite elaborately in the constitution itself. Anti-defection law संविधान में discuss किया गया है. It has been discussed in the 10th schedule of the constitution, and there are certain conditions when you can be disqualified from the house under anti-defection law. कुछ कंडीशन है जब आपको anti-defection law के तहत हाउस से डिस्क्वालीफाई किया जा सकता है. And among those conditions, one condition is that the law says that if it's a nominated legislator, मतलब let's say the MP is a nominated MP, then he cannot join any political party within 6 months of being appointed to the house. मतलब the statement is saying that if you are a nominated member of the house, then if within 6 months you join any political party, you will be disqualified. Now let me tell you, that is not correct. Had you been reading the newspaper, and even if you are not reading the newspaper, in class notes also we discuss these issues in detail. So this statement is correct and that is wrong. So the answer is B. Answer hai B. Now this question is again very easy. I mean, as I said that had you read the notes properly, you would be in a position to answer all the questions. Not very dicey or not very ambiguous this time. यहाँ पे क्या पूछता है? With respect to or with reference to Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, मतलब he is primarily focusing upon Deputy Speaker. He says that as per the rule of procedures and conduct of business in Lok Sabha, means as per the working rule of Lok Sabha, the election of the Deputy Speaker shall be held on such a date as the Speaker may fix. Means when the election of the Deputy Speaker must be held, the date is decided by the Speaker. Now this is a well-known fact. But then how would you know this fact? Now as we teach this particular topic in the class, we discuss these kind of facts. This is mentioned very clearly in the rule of procedures of Lok Sabha, and we discuss that in the class. So अगर आपने notes पढ़े हैं तो आप इसको easily answer कर सकते हैं. The first statement is correct. Deputy Speaker का election कब होगा? वो date Speaker decide करते हैं. Statement number 2. There is a mandatory provision that election of a candidate as Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha shall be from either the principal opposition party or the ruling party. मतलब ये बोलना चाहते हैं that only a candidate who belongs to the ruling party or who belongs to the largest opposition party can contest to become the Deputy Speaker. As per the statement, the member of a ruling party or the largest opposition party, he can contest to be the Deputy Speaker. Now let me tell you one thing very clearly, that the hint for this answer is this particular word, which is mandatory provision. Mandatory matlab compulsory under law or compulsory under constitution. Now neither law nor constitution is making it mandatory that the deputy speaker person must be from the ruling party or the largest opposition party. ऐसा law में कहीं लिखा नहीं है, but it's a convention. ये एक convention है, एक tradition है that if the speaker is from the ruling party, then the deputy speaker is taken from the opposition party. But this is not mandatory. इसने क्या लिखा हुआ है? Mandatory. और इस mandatory word की वजह से this statement is wrong. Statement number 3. Deputy speaker has the same power as of the speaker when he is presiding over the sitting of the house, and no appeal lies against his rulings. देखिए यहाँ पर गलती होने के चांस भी है. There is a scope of error here. First of all, let me tell you, when the deputy speaker is presiding the house as the speaker, now he has got all the powers of speaker. Deputy speaker जब chair में है, अब वो chairperson है और उनके पास पूरी वो powers हैं जो speaker के पास होती हैं. So this part is quite okay. This is easy. Deputy speaker has the same powers as of the speaker when presiding the house, and no appeal lies against his rulings. यहाँ पर कुछ लोग confuse हो सकते हैं that no appeal lies against his ruling. Now the appeal is not in the court. Appeal is within the house. वो house की ही बात कर रहा है. Within the house you cannot appeal against the ruling of the presiding officer. चाहे deputy speaker ही presiding officer का काम कर रहे हैं, उनका जो judgment है, उनका जो observation है, that is final within the house. हाँ, house के बाहर आप court में जरूर कर सकते हैं. So when he says that there is no appeal lies against his ruling, तो ये statement सही है. And this is also, I mean, this is not a fact that it's a well established. इसके क्या लिख रहा है? It's a well established parliamentary practice. मतलब it's well settled, it's well written that the appointment of the deputy speaker, the motion for the appointment of the deputy speaker is moved by the speaker and duly seconded by the prime minister. ऐसी कोई well established practice, ऐसा कोई law, ऐसा कोई provision है ही नहीं. So statement number 4 is wrong. Statement number 1st and statement number 3 you can say correct. So 1 and 3, what is the answer? Answer is A. Statement number 1, statement number 3 are correct. So answer is A. I hope you agreed with this kind of explanation and the answer. The remaining questions will be taken by Sir after me. Good luck to all of you. Do well. Thank you very much.